Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast. Hitting your eardrums at this very moment, I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas. Today we're here with special guest from Unexpected Productions. It's Tony Beeman. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
What's up, Tony? You just got off traveling, right? I mean, you were with me, and then you were over the sea.
Yeah, I and my wife, Janine, we visited the three kind of big vacation destinations of Scotland, Ireland, and Winnipeg.
Yeah, my. Yes,
yeah,
the Holy Trinity, they call it.
Yeah, the Mount Rushmore. Yeah, including, of course.
Well, let's say if it's Mount Rushmore, there's 4 cities. So obviously, Scotland, Ireland, Winnipeg are the first 3, undisputed. What's number 4?
Yeah, number 4.
Yes. Do you know how depressing it is as an American to come onto a Canadian podcast and the first metaphor is exported American culture?
Wow. And it seeps in, doesn't it? Elbows up until you need a metaphor or an analogy, and suddenly American culture ain't so bad, is it, Kevin? Suddenly you're actually adapting our resources once again.
Well, I'm just trying to give cultural touchstones to the majority of our listener base. That's all.
Good.
Yeah, they're all disgusting little cretins down south of the border. Tony, what's new in your life? What's going on with you, man?
Well, just got back from traveling. Did an improvised play with you. Some improvised shows, which was a ton of fun. Saw a bunch of amazing stuff in Edinburgh Fringe. Saw some terrible things as well.
You saw Chris Turner, right?
Oh, did you see? Yeah.
I met Chris. I met Chris through Thomas. Thomas is the guy who introduced me to Chris. So
yeah, Chris Turner does a lot of improvised hip hop. Super friendly, great crowd work, and just amazing sense of memory and ability to process it all. Yeah, that was in the fantastic category.
I said his name after the terrible on purpose.
It would have been fun to shit on it. I met him through Thomas, and you were like,
God, what
sucked.
Just total asshole. Would not shut up.
Very mean to people. Yeah,
yes.
Incredibly rude. Yeah.
Chris Turner recently auditioned for America's Got Talent, so I believe he's going to be featured on that show. He
got 4 yeses from the Mount Rushmore of that show.
Good. And he's British, so it really is the way America does talent, which is we steal it from somebody else and call it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah, T, what's going on with you, man? You got anything ticketing?
I've become a deal master, and I want to share this with you. I told Kevin before we started recording, on my birthday, I was gifted 6 donuts for free, no purchase necessary at Stan's Donuts in Chicago. That's a pretty good deal. That's a $21 value, Tony. But a few weeks ago, I did something even greater. Now, there's something called Hot Dog Week in Chicago, and a lot of places will offer a hot dog-based deal. You buy a drink, you spend $10, you get a free hot dog. That's pretty nice. But a place called Devil Dogs was offering free hot dogs, no purchase necessary, 4 days in a row. And Tony and Kevin, I went back all 4 days. I ate the veggie dog on Monday, the jumbo dog on Tuesday, the Chicago-style dog on Wednesday, the jumbo dog again on Thursday, all for free, did not spend $1. You understand the savings that I achieved by returning to Devil Dogs 4 days in a row.
That's insane.
I felt like Adam Sandler in Punch Drunk Love buying those little yogurt cups to save up the miles.
You were smart to start off with the veggie dog, but I have to say, critical error going for the jumbo dog on day 2. But you seem fine.
It was what they offered, Kevin. They had different dogs each day.
Oh,
yes.
I wish you could see a diagram of a pig, and we could see in highlights the parts of the pig you ate in the 3 non-vegetarian hot dogs. I bet it'd be all over the map.
And in a way,
very little of the pig was included in most of the dog. Actually, because this is Chicago, Tony, we do 100% Vienna beef hot dogs. So it was cow-based dogs.
Oh, that's right. Right. If I may, are you sort of in your Florence and the Machine era now? Would you say the dog days are over?
I would say the dog days are only just beginning, my friend.
Okay.
Now I've got a taste for the stuff. I hated them before, but you can't turn down a deal, and now I just love them. So I'm going to be sucking down dogs. We might serve some Chicago dogs through you for our wedding celebration, Kevin.
Don't talk about serving dogs through me on the show, please, if you wouldn't mind.
A human centipede buffet style.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. I'm a sort of. I'll be a PEZ dispenser of Vienna beef.
Does that mean like you lift your head and like hot dogs come out of the stoma you have in your neck?
Yeah, I'll get like
it's like when you smoke too much, they install a hot dog dispenser in your neck to help you breathe better.
Yeah, and just to be clear, you do have to load them in the other way, right?
Right. Now I have a new fetish. Great.
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
But I do want to shout out one other fun hot dog related thing that we're planning for our wedding, because in Chicago, again, Kim is a very staunch Chicago dog supporter, so she wants to. We've talked her down from no ketchup allowed to there can be ketchup, but with a catch. And this weekend we purchased for $15 a little novelty claw machine. And so at the event, we're going to be serving hot dogs with all the fixins, Chicago style, and we'll have ketchup packets in the claw machine. So if you have the skill, you can extract ketchup to put on your dog, but it will be humiliating and very difficult to acquire.
Kim told me that she was also thinking of making it so that there were only 3 ketchup packets in the machine, which
I don't think we're going to need to make it only 3.
A bridge too far.
It's going to be so hard to get them out of there. And
are you a ketchup fan, Tony?
Yeah,
I am. Although I love currywurst and like curry ketchup. Like you can't put enough curry and all of that to me.
Okay, I'm interested. I don't know if I've ever had that. I don't know if I've ever had the combinations of curry and ketchup
in the UK. Is that a bigger thing?
It's I have had the most in Vienna, but in Germany as well. I had tons in Vienna, and then went to Germany, and I ordered it, and they're like from the kids menu. So I think it's a kids thing there.
I see. Okay, and they judged you in Germany for it.
They did. Feel Germans, you want a little spice with your ketchup. It upgrades it to just give it that kick, that flavor. Otherwise, it's such a sharp, sugary tang. And I like cutting that with a different flavor.
I'm into that. I would much rather like a curry sauce than a mustard. So out of curiosity, this is only a side tangent. You guys have both traveled to Europe. You've been to places that I'll be going to shortly. I'll be going to Germany shortly. I've been to England a number of times. Be going to Ireland and a bit in Germany. Is there like a food I have to try in Germany?
Well, I already said currywurst for sure.
Currywurst in Germany.
Try to find it on the street somewhere, like just a street vendor selling it.
Okay, sure. That's like, I just feels like when I think of currywurst, it sort of seems like an insult that was thrown around my household.
Wow. That was a long, sad walk to that punchline.
This is something that's on Facebook Marketplace that I could pick up.
Rocktopus. And why have we pulled this up? I feel like you had this as a backup in case the conversation about foods to try in Germany didn't go so well.
Let's take a look at what's going on with this sort of Facebook Marketplace pickup that could happen here. There's a video.
Was this 3D printed, do you think?
Yes.
I think it must have been, right?
There's a whole 3D market, and someone makes the bottom part, and then you just glue on whatever model you find on top and sell it with like a 200% markup.
Right. That's this. I'm starting to see how we might have gotten here now, Tony, based on that very clear answer. So, I mean, I also missed out on Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
The Smashing Machine, right, Kevin? The Benny Safdie movie. So
which is sort of the opposite of a 3D printer.
This version of him, to me, it's not even what I think of him as anymore.
Right. Now you think of him as sort of with those prosthetics.
And at the same time, I think Josh Safdie, the forgotten brother, is making a film with Timothée Chalamet about a ping pong champion. And so the brothers have split. Are you a fan of the Safdie brothers, Tony? Have you seen Good Time, Uncut Gems, these films?
Yes. I wouldn't have even been able to tell you who they were, but I'm a big fan of Uncut Gems for sure.
Have you seen
the most anxiety-inducing movies ever? But I always find it sad when a brother... there's so many brother duos in Hollywood, and then they break up. The Coens have done it recently. The Safdies are doing it now, and they're putting their movies head-to-head.
Right. And the Lehman brothers, obviously, you were upset when they broke up.
I think that's probably something I shouldn't be upset about, but I actually don't know what happened. So.
Yeah, me neither. I think they're a bank. I think Lehman Brothers is. I just picked a different brotherly duo. Is there I guess the Wachowskis they split, but they just took a hiatus from Hollywood and came back together, right? Like the Wachowski sisters.
I think they worked together on Matrix 4.
Yes,
I think the rule is you either have to split up or some of you have to go through gender changes. Yeah, and then you're allowed to come back together.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. So if one of the Coen brothers, or if one of the other brothers, yeah. Is there another famous brother duo?
Because Kevin, you famously collaborate with your brother.
Yeah.
You are maybe the only one of the three of us who works directly with a sibling. And so can you tell us some of the ins and outs of brother drama?
Yeah, I mean, I think like the key to working with your brother is that you have to make sure that they don't have a lot of respect for you. And you have to sort of like create sort of a vision in your head that you're fighting against all the time that isn't really representative of what they're actually like. So you have to kind of imagine they don't have respect for you. You have to kind of imagine they think less of you. You have to kind of imagine they don't view you as an equal. And then you'll sort of constantly be operating in spite of those things. And I think
your sort of childhood trauma memories sort of is pasted over the brother of today.
Exactly. Yeah. Sort of you remember slights that you felt when they sort of wouldn't let you play Mario Kart 64, or when they took the Ninja Turtles action figure before you could take it, and you sort of transpose that onto say how you're cooking the books. And
you run a restaurant, so you mean quite literally you fry your books.
I put after I'm finished my month-end paperwork, I do a quick flash in the deep fryer, and then it's usually sorted out because I said, well, now you have to deal with this, and that's sort of good because it's wrecked. Do you have siblings?
My brother's very quiet. I'm an older brother.
Yeah.
And he's very quiet and very nice. So I live in like slight fear of the day he brings up like the terrible times I like locked him in a closet, or we grew up in like that? Yeah, we grew up in rural Tennessee. We did a lot of things with fire. So
okay.
We would and he was 4 years younger, so my friends would make we'd pour gasoline around the driveway and light it and make him run a gauntlet. I mean, he was kind of into it, so it's not
I'm starting to understand why he's sort of quiet and kept to himself.
And I'm understanding why you're living in fear of anyone finding out about this.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd make him run sort of horror gauntlets a la Jigsaw, and sort of,
But he's more athletic than me, so I think I help train him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know how when you adopt a cat and a dog, and the dog's a puppy, and so it remembers the cat as being bigger than it, even as it grows up. I feel like that's how it works with younger brothers. They become able to defeat you, but they still think of you in the superior role.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm not sure my brother would use the word superior, but more bully-like, maybe.
Yeah.
Domineering.
Well, it's simply time to get into our segments, Kevin. Why don't we spin the wheel and see what comes up?
Let's do it. I've been using this water bottle lately, and it fully attacks me. When I go to open it, it's it got me there as well. It just there's always a little bit of water. Anyway, what are we doing?
The suggestion is My Movie. We're playing the improv game My Movie.
Oh,
Tony, have you played this game before?
We'll have to see. Every improv game has 30 names.
Yes.
So I don't know it by that name.
So essentially we'll get a two-letter acronym, such as AD, and then we'll go around and each person will use that to come up with the title of a movie. We might ask for more information, a little of what the premise is, maybe who some of the celebs are in it, and if we really like one, we might do a scene from it, or a trailer sting or something like that. And we'll probably go around, do a few different acronyms and generate movie titles and pitches together.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Do you have this game? Do you call it something else?
I don't think we have it exactly like this. So.
Oh, okay. All right. A little
Are we
fresh.
doing the obnoxious chant at the beginning, Kevin?
Oh, we'll try and do a chant totally out of sync with each other. Sure.
Maybe just you do it.
You want me to do? Okay,
yeah.
Sure. Okay, so I'll look behind me here for. We'll do GT. So like
GT.
Yeah,
okay.
GT as the first acronym that we're doing, and we'll go like this. And when I start it, we'll start with Thomas, and we'll do a round. So we'll do Thomas, we'll do Tony, we'll do me. We'll do GT. My movie. So you said just me, and then you did it, right? You said just me, and then you fucking.
I already forgot.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I already forgot.
It was embarrassing enough for me to do it by myself.
My movie's called Good Timing. It's a film about someone trying to do the intro to my movie by themselves, and then suddenly a friend jumps in at the perfect moment to add a little flourish.
Right. Okay. Tony, you got a movie for me that starts with the letters G and T?
G and T, yes. Good Times.
Okay.
That title may have been taken, but
it's close, but slightly different. Tell us about yours.
A new take. It's a movie about millennials believing life used to be better in some way, but also more terrible. It's like a recreation of the 80s as they imagined it was, not as it actually was, which was kind of disappointing and occasionally neon.
And they're a little nostalgic for the bad stuff too, aren't they?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. The parts they understand anyway. Yeah.
My movie is it's called Generational Trauma.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's sort of a, you know how there's like scary movie and like superhero movie and like those like sort of spoof movies that are like they take the genre parodies.
Yeah.
This is sort of an inversion. It's taking a silly movie and it's giving it a dramatic inversion. Mm-hmm. So Generational Trauma is definitely, god damn it, I had the basis for this, and it's
adapted from the game Sonic Generations.
Yes, that's what it is. Sonic, and it's sort of like looking at the way in which Sonic has passed down his sort of what gotta go fast means.
What is he running away from?
Yeah, what is he running away from? What is he running away from? What is he running towards? What are the young Sonic the Hedgehog spawn? How are they interpreting the need to go fast and that constant drive for more speed? You know, it's a rough one. Okay, new acronym, new life. We're gonna do KO.
KO. Okay, yeah. Tony, you're gonna start this one off. I'll do the intro this time.
Okay.
My movie. I
didn't mess it up.
This one is called Kill Orangutan. It's a new Tarantino movie.
Like Tarantino,
he is, falling back on some of his more successful titles.
Is it The Bride again, but she's married an orangutan this time?
Yeah, and it's totally CG, like Tarantino's sold out, totally CG orangutan, and it's for kids. But it still has all the swearing. So kind of for grown-up kids.
It would be kind of fun if Tarantino for his final film did like a Pixar-esque movie where suddenly, inexplicably, they have the bean mouth from that Elio film and they all look really cute, but it's also a historical revisionism where Nazis are gunned down or something like that.
It'd be like that. What's the David Lynch movie where the guy goes across the country on his riding lawnmower? It's just totally nice.
Oh yes, this is the one he made with Disney, which is called The Straight Story, I think.
The Straight Story, yes. It'd be like that, but for Tarantino.
Yeah. Kevin, what do you got for KO?
I've got kilogram ounce. It's sort of about really the metric system, and it's sort of about the imperial system, and it's sort of about how those two things sort of don't see eye to eye. Grams and ounces are metrically opposed, right? They are not the same.
No, they're in different systems for sure.
Right. So yeah, it's actually about it's about two people who meet It's a love story. It's a romance. It's about two people who meet at they both meet at a weight loss clinic, and they learn the benefits of body positivity and embracing who you are. Because one person is obsessing over kilograms and another person is obsessing over ounces. And by that I mean that it's a weight loss clinic and also a drug addiction facility. Yeah. So that's where the ounce comes in, of course.
Sort of a gram interrupted situation.
Yeah.
My film is called, and I'm not thrilled to admit it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kevin's Orifice.
Pardon me.
So it's just, that's the title. I hope there are no further questions. We can obviously get a new acronym now.
No, which orifice? At least which orifice?
It's just not that important to get into the nitty gritty of the whole thing.
It could be is it like the start of a series, like the MCU, but it's Kevin's Orifice universe?
The KOU.
Tony, we put a lot of money behind this first one, so we're sure hoping it becomes a franchise. But the early test screenings have not been positive.
Right, because the early test screenings were sort of that PEZ dispenser-esque situation you said before.
That's the orifice we were hoping could launch 1,000 ships. Helen of Troy.
I am Iron Man, but I'm having Vienna beef shoved up my ass.
We need a Kevin's Orifice so charming that we can sort of build a whole series of films around it.
This sucks that you're doing this.
Let's do one more round. Let's do a three-letter acronym for the final one.
3-letter acronym. We'll do WML. Okay? WML.
And can Tony, to the best of your ability, can you do the My Movie lead-in? We'll start with Kevin.
Yeah.
My movie. Oh, yeah.
That was great. It was pretty much, there was some big booty energy. Yeah. Weapons of mass love.
Aww.
So, that's right. There's people who suspect that this is set in a small town in Midwestern America, and these kids, there's an old lady who lives in a house, and everybody knows her as sort of the town kind of grump. She's sort of seen as like a sad person who kind of obviously has some baggage, and she takes it out on folks. And a contractor comes into town, sort of a land developer, and he wants to build a road right through the town, and it goes right through this old lady's property. And the kids bandy together and say, no, wait, you can't build there. There's WMLs in there. And they start trying to show this man that this woman is capable of deep love, and that they shouldn't just annihilate her house because she has weapons of mass love in her house.
Wouldn't it be nice if just once our government lied about there being weapons of mass love?
Instead of destruction.
Wouldn't that be kind of a nice thing?
It depends on which way they lie in. But
I guess it depends on how they lie about it, sort of.
But we have had weapons of mass love, haven't we? Like, weren't there these they made these pheromone bombs that were going to turn people gay in cultures that aren't accepting of it to try to demoralize their soldiers? Really? Yes.
Yeah.
This sounds like a very right-wing conspiracy, but I love the idea that it's true.
Yeah. I assume that Weapons of Mass Love could also be a right-wing conspiracy film about pride parades, but it's not. Thomas, WML.
I've got a triple crossover for you fellas.
What?
Wilma, Marge, Lois. The three cartoon wives together at last.
Wilma Flintstone, Marge Simpson,
Lois Griffin from Family Guy. They're going on a Thelma and Louise style road trip together in the Flintstones car where their legs have to propel it, and so they could easily stop before the cliff, but they're simply running too fast.
So you picture the movie ends with the three women sort of running off a cliff with a car.
They all run off a cliff. They land in a big pile of dinosaur bones, and then one of them sticks their head up and says, "It's a living." It's gonna be great. So that's my film.
Shout out to Seth MacFarlane.
Mine is What's My Life? It's a dystopian future where you wake up every day and you ask AI what's going on in your life, and then you have to live your life based on whatever it gives you that day, if you make any mistakes,
it's like a yes man style.
It hunts you down and kills you. And it's like
so the AI kills you if you make any mistakes.
Yeah, you really gotta honor its suggestions.
Holy shit! Yeah, it took a turn. I thought it was like yes man, first, and then it turned into like running man. Yeah.
I think the hero, at some point, the hero it has a broken down AI that starts hallucinating, and that's how they escape the system.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you have a name for the dystopian AI like Chat GPT or something that sort of a twist on the name for what they interact with?
I think it'd be friendly. It'd be I think St. Peter, right?
St. Peter,
like they're sending you down to have your new life.
Yeah.
Guarding the gates of life. I love it. Okay.
Please call me SP. Yeah. That works. That works. I like that. Should we take an ad break real quick?
Take a break. We'll be back with Tony's segment right after this.
Whoop, whoop.
What's up, everybody? My name is Chance Nichols, and I am the host of We Didn't Peak. It's a podcast where I interview people who don't suck. I mean, they're people who are chasing their dreams, and we talk about their lives, where they've been, where they're going, and look, you don't have to be chasing your dreams to not suck. I know plenty of cool people who hate their lives, all right? Boy, this is less an advertisement, more an insult. Okay, well, listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, and follow us on Instagram at We Didn't Peak.
Into this special chamber filled with tiny microbes. They would begin to feast on the nutrients in your urine. This would release incredibly small particles called electrons. Then these electrons flow through a circuit and are captured as electricity. And if you have around 5,000 gallons of pee, you can generate 1,200 watts, which is enough energy to cook a full batch of pizza rolls in an air fryer. If you pee into this special chamber...
And that was what Tony said he wanted us to watch to start
yes.
this segment.
I will only come on if there's some urine based. Yeah, and one time was at a hiking convention, like the Mountaineers, and this water filter company CEO came in, and to his marketing thing to prove he believed in his filters, he pumped his own urine through a filter in front of us and drank it. Which did not have the marketing effect he wanted. It was just disgusting, and no one wanted to go near it.
Nobody wanted to. Yeah.
You were just at the Winnipeg Fringe. Kevin and I once watched a man drink his own urine on stage at the Winnipeg Fringe in a show called Monopoly Man Pit, which was, I think, one of our early theater experiences, pretty formative memory for both of us.
I wonder if that he had sort of an early water filter set up in that pot that he peed into.
That's interesting. Yeah, a Brita in there or something, and it's just it's coming out.
That is totally heinous.
So you two saw that, and you're like, "This is what I want to do."
and thus here we are.
Yeah. It
Tony,
made the dream seem very attainable. Actually, that's all it takes.
Yeah. Do you have a segment for us, Tony?
Yeah. I do. And it's this. Early on with AI, I kept trying to get AI to invent improv games, and it's normally pretty bad at it.
Yeah.
It comes off like a script writer who can't write scripts, so it's often a premise. But I've trained a model mildly on a big list of improv games recently, and I thought this. I might have. We're going to come up with names of games, get it to suggest them, and we're going to decide if these are good improv games or not. Maybe we can even play one. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
This is how we should come up with segments. I just realized, Kevin, you're so bad at it.
Yeah, we should just use AI because it would be better.
So, do either of you have an idea for what you think a good title for an improv game would be, or a good name?
If I may, friend of the show, friend of us, Katie Curtis, showed me a improv game book that she got that had some interesting games in it, and one truly horrific one called Shelby's Meat Paddle. And I'd love to sort of get a better version Shelby's meat paddle in the book was that essentially you do a scene, but if you touch a part of somebody's body with your tongue, that part of their body goes dead or numb. And obviously,
yeah,
really tough to do, hard to find.
Everyone's just gonna be alive, I think.
Yeah,
if I play that game.
Yeah, because I'm not licking my co-improvisers unless I'm playing with maybe. I guess Kim.
Like, was it from an earlier what?
Just Kim.
All right, here is what AI thinks that game should be.
Okay.
Shelby's Meat Paddle. A group of 3 improvisers begins a scene with an audience suggestion for a challenging 2-person relationship, such as a first date after a meeting on a cult message board, or 2 rival clowns at a child's birthday party. Clearly easy audience suggestions again.
Yeah, very, very. These audiences.
So wait, it's just a 2-person scene, basically.
Well, it says 3, so let's see. One improviser secretly decides on a strange specific action that a character would perform with a large invisible meat paddle. This improviser, known as Shelby, must then attempt to use the meat paddle in the scene. The other 2 improvisers must justify the meat paddle, but cannot describe it directly or refer to it by name. The scene continues until the audience is satisfied that the meat paddle has been fully justified. When the audience is ready,
they know that, right? Yeah.
So confused.
When they're satisfied, the audience makes eye contact with the performer and gives a subtle nod.
Wait, subtle? They don't applaud or something?
And they have
like
to make eye contact with a performer, which is
a
crazy.
4th improviser standing off stage then shouts, "Shelby's meat paddle!" and the scene ends immediately.
So a 4th improviser calls the end, not getting eye contact.
We said there were only 3 of us.
I think they're watching the audience for eye contact. Now, it has some...
I like the idea of the audience shifting uncomfortably in their seats and us being like, was that a nod? I couldn't quite tell. Like, are they happy with our meat paddle
Shelby's
so far?
meat paddle from the sides and that being the end.
It actually gave us an example dialogue from the game.
Oh, wow.
I think... it's not formatting well, so I'm gonna...
I think we can do this, though. I think
we can make it work.
Let's see. Read the script here.
Yeah, Thomas.
Yep.
I'd love to read Improviser 1, Thomas, if you could read Improviser 2.
I'll be 2, and Tony, you can be 3.
Yeah.
And then I think we got cut off, but maybe there's more you can paste after.
Yes, I will be finding where it cut it off and pasting the rest.
For the listeners, the audience suggestion is going to be 2 rival clowns at a child's birthday party, which was one of the
I have
ideas
to say
in the description.
is a very like, if your audience gives you that, you don't need a whole lot of other stuff. But this has got other things.
But we've added a mysterious meat paddle that might appear. So here we go.
Okay, Kevin, I'm gonna make you 1.
Thank you.
Thomas, you're 2. I'll be 3, I guess.
3.
Great, you're Shelby.
Yeah. Shelby, okay.
Yeah. Jiggles, is that you? I thought you were banned from this neighborhood after the balloon animal incident.
They couldn't prove a thing, Chuckles. Now, if you'll excuse me, the birthday boy wants to see my special trick.
Excuse me, everyone. I just need to get through here. I can't believe they won't let us use the grill.
I'm justifying the paddle with this line. Hey, watch where you're swinging that thing. You almost knocked over the snack table.
Well, that's not a toy, pal. We're here to entertain, not to tend to the barbecue. Pantomime using the paddle to spank a child.
Oh, little Timmy, you've been a bad boy. Here's a meat paddle spank.
And then it says Shelby makes eye contact with the audience and nods, and an offstage improviser says, Shelby's meat paddle.
What the hell?
Wow.
That was rough.
Do you want to hear the notes for why you should teach your improv group this game that AI came up with?
Yeah, I'd love to know that.
The key to this game is the contrast between the heightened reality of the 2-person scene and the absurd action of the 3rd improviser, which must be seamlessly integrated. The game benefits from a variety of creative and ridiculous uses from the meat paddle. from using it as a shield to a communication device. The game helps improvisers to quickly and confidently justify offers like a meat paddle, no matter how strange they may seem.
Don't say like a meat paddle. It's always a meat paddle. That's the only offer you get to justify in this game. It's never anything else.
First off, meat paddle, not a real thing, I don't think, right? Secondly, if AI is going to give you a situation in which a meat paddle is going to be out of pocket, a little confusing, a bit out there, why the fuck did it pitch clowns at a birthday party where that, if anywhere, it might make a little bit of sense? They might as well have done it in a fucking butcher shop. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, they're in the principal's office at a school for cows. Let's see if they can justify a meat paddle.
That was insane. I love it. Spanking a child is crazy.
That's the big finale. And who is this? Like,
Timmy
just showing up out of nowhere.
Okay, Thomas, you go ahead. Give Thomas.
Yeah, do you have a name? Let's see if we can do a little better.
I'm going to go the opposite direction because Shelby's meat paddle was so out there. So what if we have a game that's called, this is called Ultra Listening.
Ooh.
Ultra Listening.
It's crazy that it explained the benefits, that the benefits were just, you'll know how to do things with difficult offers, essentially. And then the offer, I guess, like the whole game is built around one thing.
A two-person scene is started from an audience suggestion. The two improvisers must play the scene while following a unique rule. The last word of one... I think they stole this game from another game. The last word of one person's line must be the first word of the other person's line.
Okay.
It's not meant to be a simple word chain. I'm going to say it stole this game.
Yeah.
It's a good listening game.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can make it a little more specific. So could you give it another prompt? Like,
yes.
Please make this more challenging. Please incorporate a meat paddle.
Make a more unique version, let's say, of this game based on the name Ultra Listening.
Good old AI.
I might have given a pretty generic idea as well, so this is partly on me. But
Ultra Listening was almost too zoomed out. It's almost too zoomed out.
All right, here's its more. The improvisers receive a suggestion for the scene from the audience. The scene begins as usual. However, there's a hidden rule. One improviser must secretly choose a specific, simple physical action that their performer performs. It really likes actions during the first 30 seconds. It can be anything from adjusting their collar to scratching an imaginary itch. That word is the trigger. Once the performer performs the action, the game begins. The improviser who chose the trigger must now silently choose a word or phrase their partner has said in the last 30 seconds of the scene. I see it's combining some existing games.
Much more challenging. I have no idea what.
The improviser who performed the physical action must now repeat the chosen word or phrase. They must then try to guess what the new secret action is that they must now perform for the next 30 seconds of the screen. If they do not, the first improviser tackles the second improviser and the game ends immediately.
What the hell?
Holy shit.
It ends with physical...
you have to tackle them to the ground.
Yes. Which might be a good, raise the stakes on every improv
should have
game.
said you just get sacked by the person who's fronting the game.
Yeah, improvisers always complain there aren't enough creative ways to edit a scene. I think physical violence, sort of
tackling each other
your scene
off
partner to the ground, going for the legs, kind of taking them out at the knee.
Yeah.
That's pretty beautiful. I'm not sure that this is a playable idea, though. Should we... Tony, do you have an idea for a warm-up? We could try one more?
Yeah, I'm going to see what the game Kevin's Orifice is.
All right. Yeah, surely couldn't be a problem. I'll warm up my throat, I guess, and get ready to PEZ it out.
A scene begins with two improviser. The scene is not about an orifice, and the phrase Kevin's Orifice is not said out loud.
Good.
so far.
One improviser, known as Kevin, secretly decides on this. It's really into this strange specific object. I think Meat Pal ruined it. One improviser, known as Kevin, secretly decides on a strange specific object they have placed within an imaginary orifice on their body.
Goodness. Yeah.
Example, a credit card in their nostril or a miniature horse in their ear.
Why is the credit card in the nostril reasonable, but a horse has to be miniature if it's going in the ear? Right? Like, why couldn't it just be
too big?
Yeah. Kevin's job is to physically act out the presence of the object without describing it directly. The other improviser's job is to justify the object and the actions as if they are completely normal within the context of the scene. Yeah, I think it's really gotten married to
Shelby's Meat Paddle.
Shelby's Meat Paddle.
Could we maybe get another example script of what it envisions and read that if it's willing to share?
Yes. Here we go. It's a shorter one with two improvisers. So I will
This is something else, I have to say. Okay.
It got cut short. But I'll paste the rest in. If you want to start, improviser A, Kevin.
I suppose I'll be Kevin.
I sort of wanted to be Kevin. But
you want to be Kevin?
Okay. Yeah, I think we should switch it up.
Yeah, you be Kevin, Thomas.
Okay. So there's two people in line at the DMV, and I, as Kevin, the Kevin in this game, is pantomiming holding a conversation on a cell phone I have placed in my ear.
Oh, come on. That's the thing?
I'm still here, Dad, just waiting for my number to be called. What? No, I'm not in a hurry. It's just a long line.
You know, you could just talk on your phone instead of doing that. It looks a little strange.
It's an important call.
I should know that you are supposed to be justifying your earphone. It's very clear.
Oh, yeah, justifying the earphone.
Well, here I go. It's an important call. I need to make sure I'm hearing everything correctly.
Okay, just don't put anything in your ear that you can't get out, right? Like a phone?
I am satisfied with the justification, and I make eye contact with improviser B. Scene ends. Do I tackle you?
Yeah, I was going to say there's no tackling in this iteration, which is unfortunate. Why did the choice it gave you was
just picked a Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just an AirPod in. Your character just has an AirPod in. And I'm a guy who's never seen an AirPod before.
The most ridiculous thing imaginable, a phone in your ear. Could you even fathom that?
The other examples were credit card in the nose and a fucking horse in the ear. And this one went, what if you had a cell phone in your ear? God, AI will never take this away from us, right? Like, it can't. It simply can't. Yeah. A contact lens in your eyeball.
What if you had an earring on your nipple? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah. What about a brush in your mouth? Like,
That was really good. What are the benefits of this game, Tony?
Yeah, what are we going to learn?
They are as specific. Here I gotta go.
Improvisers will learn how to deal with challenges like having a phone in their ear.
The success of this game relies on improvisers' ability to make and accept highly unusual physical offers, especially those involving their body, while maintaining a grounded and believable scene. The game benefits from a variety of creative and ridiculous objects and orifices, from a hamster in a mouth to a tennis ball in a belly button.
Wow.
And the game helps improvisers to quickly and confidently justify offers and other people to just justify offers in their own life, no matter how strange they may seem.
Wow.
So
that's like the corporate workshop pitch.
Yes.
Kevin's orifice, teaching it to a bunch of accountants.
Me standing up in a room full of people with suit jackets on, jeans, and Converse All-Stars being
You're going to want to tackle your boss when he gets it out.
Yes.
The note, Kevin is satisfied with the justification and makes eye contact with improviser B, is so fucking
What did
pedantic.
you justify? Just warning me not to put things in my ear? Like, how did that settle it?
Here's my vote. I think humans still have the edge on machines when it comes to improv games, but I do like that AI has already taken on the having only derivative ideas after a while.
Yeah.
They're really getting married to meat paddles.
It is interesting that we may have sort of poisoned the well with Shelby's meat paddle. And so now, no matter where in the world it is you're asking Chat GPT for advice, it will dish out sort of a meat paddle-esque.
Former guest of the pod, Adam Mastriani, had a good blog post about AI where he's like, I think intelligence is the wrong word for what it is. A better description is it is a bag of words, and it's swept the net, and it's collected all these words but connected to all these different topics, and it's put them together as coherently as it can.
That's why it's actually called a large language model, right? That's the actual name for it, is LLM,
and
right? Yeah.
I hope that Shelby's meat paddle is just like one little bit of violence to damage the integrity of the AI, that we've snuck that into the bag of words, and it will
cut to 2035, and Thomas and I are being beaten to death by a robot with a meat paddle.
Before we leave this, I gave it one more chance. I restarted it without it knowing about the meat paddle game. And here's its
what a
version
happier time that was.
And it did come up with a better Orifice game, I think.
Oh, okay. All right.
Kevin's Orifice is a high-concept physical and narrative challenge. It's a two-person scene with a bizarre yet simple premise. One improviser must physically embody an orifice that, by the end of the scene, the other improviser must crawl through.
I kind of like that one.
Simple but unusual premise.
I don't know how simple that premise is, but it is unusual.
To embody an orifice is pretty fun.
Yes. Gameplay. The scene begins with player A in a location and situation they're choosing. They're looking for something, you're trying to get somewhere. Player B enters the scene as endowed by player A as Kevin's orifice. Player B must physically contort their body to create an opening. Player A can crawl through. This orifice can be as large or small as player B can manage. Player A must justify the presence of this strange orifice in the scene, and they must explain why they need to crawl through it and what they expect to find on the other side. As player A attempts to crawl through player B can react vocally or emotionally to the sensation of being a human orifice. They might get ticklish, they might complain about the squeeze, or they might enjoy it while having a small dialogue with player A mid-crawl.
Wow.
Those are your three options, by the way.
And hey, they might just enjoy themselves, you know?
Yeah. Don't complain about the squeeze. Don't get ticklish. Just enjoy it. That's the lesson. Yeah. Wow.
Finally, once player A has successfully crawled through, they must react to the other side. This is where the narrative element comes through. Did they end up in a different time, a different dimension? The scene should conclude with player A discovering something new about where they are and about themselves.
Okay, can you please get it to generate a script for this? I
am imagining you guys doing this in Instant Modern Classic and like Tony walking out of Steve's ear canal and being like, "You're probably wondering where your son is." Or something like that.
We do an emotionally grounded, heartfelt piece of theater where somebody crawls through my asshole and ends up in Narnia. Like, yeah.
Okay. This is a longer script, so a two-person. So I'm gonna start pasting it in, and I'm gonna keep ahead of you while you read it.
Okay.
Thank you, Tony.
Sorry, Tony. Okay. Yeah. Player A. Do you want to be player A or player B?
Sure. I'm panting and looking around frantically. Blast it all! I knew I should have stayed on the marked trail. The chat is moving too quick. This forest is like a maze of green. Okay, Sarah, think. Where did you last see a trail marker?
I enter, slowly contorting their body into a shimmering, oval-shaped opening about waist high, suspended in the air.
How do you do that?
It hums faintly with a soft blue light.
Then there's a tip about asking Gemini to refine images. I think that wasn't supposed to be here. Player A panting. Blast it all. Oh no, this is it again. Okay, wait. So you make a low rumbling sound. Did it just speak, or was that my imagination? Kevin's Orifice? That's a peculiar name. Are you Kevin's Orifice?
It says my humming intensifies.
I get it. You're an orifice, and presumably you're Kevin's.
What?
Look, I'm lost. Terribly, ridiculously lost. Does this orifice lead anywhere? Like, say, back to civilization, or at least a less leafy part of the woods?
Player B remains still, a shimmering light pulsating gently.
Well, I don't see any other options. It's either stand here and become a bear's afternoon snack, or take a chance on a glowing, possibly sentient hole in the universe. Here goes nothing. I get down on my hands and knees and start to crawl through the opening. Whoa, it feels tingly, like static electricity, but softer. And it smells faintly of blueberries? Kevin, are you a giant blueberry?
Player B makes a muffled, slightly offended sounding groan as player A wiggles through.
I stand up on the other side, looking around in astonishment. Holy moly, I'm in a giant teacup, and is that a squirrel wearing a little top hat and a monocle sipping Earl Grey?
The squirrel tips its hat.
Well,
yeah, Tony's the squirrel.
Tony did it on the video. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, well, this is certainly not what I expected. Kevin, you magnificent orifice, you.
Player B, still in the orifice shape, makes a sound that can be interpreted as a chuckle.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some questions for a very dapper squirrel. Wow.
There you are.
Okay, well, yeah,
really
as an improviser,
game.
I do think I got better. I do think I understood.
Yeah.
The challenge
it was really impressive that you suspended yourself in the air and it emitted light. That was awesome.
Essentially, I have to become an ethereal being in order to be able to do this.
Object work is important.
Yeah, I'll say.
How did I get all those specifics from just the noises you were making that you were a blueberry?
And I belonged to Kevin. My name was I was an orifice that belonged to Kevin. Where the hell did that become clear? Yeah.
Squirrel tipping its cap through the other side of the orifice was
Such
a beautiful
weird
moment.
Detail.
We're really through the looking glass now.
Yeah, like did it just speak, or was that in my imagination? Kevin's orifice. That's a peculiar name. Are you Kevin's orifice? What the fuck? Apropos of nothing.
I don't think we're ever gonna top that. That was really good. AI is good now.
Yeah.
Tony, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
What a blast.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Is there anything that you'd like to plug? This is probably going to be coming out in about a week and change. So probably coming out on not the 18th, but the 25th.
Yeah, my theater is in Seattle in Pike Place Market. So if you're ever there, you may find one of the most disgusting tourist landmarks in the world, the Gum Wall. Which is a literal brick wall covered in gum. We're the theater behind that. We have shows all week long. If you're Canadian and you don't want to go through the border, I 100% understand, but maybe in 2 to 4 years you can visit. So
that'll be just beautiful. Fun and fine and dandy. Thomas and I have a Let's Play.
I sometimes lay a couple roses at the foot of the gum wall just to remember the forgotten wads.
Right. Yes. It used to be penny. When people wait in line for theater sports back in like the 90s, they would stick pennies to the wall.
And to be clear, Thomas, you heard it was a G, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Thomas and I have a Let's Play D&D podcast called What We Do in the Basement. You can check that out. It's a blast. Every episode's a new adventure. New episode dropping right away. We're, I think, episode 84, 83 coming out right away. It's all one big story, so you have that to enjoy if you're going on a road trip or looking for something to dig into that's very funny and silly. I also will be Club Soda Improv, including Thomas and everybody pretty much but me, will be in Montreal's Le Grand Yes and at the end of September. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And I'll be performing in Manchester with Stephen Sim, Katie Curtis, out on bloody hell, what was the fucking date now? I said it on the last episode and I can't remember it now. September the 12th, Friday. I don't know what the theater is. Stay tuned to socials for that. And check out Club Soda Improv at the Winnipeg Improv Festival in October. That's all my spiels. T, what do you got to plug?
The Mancunian Candidate. Is that anything? The
what?
Mancunian Candidate. Is that anything?
Mancunian? What is that?
Isn't that what a person from Manchester is called a Mancunian? Is that not the case? I don't know. Like a Liverpudlian, a Mancunian? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Liverpudlian?
That's what someone from Liverpool is called.
They're going Liverpudlian?
Yes. I'm in a show called Trigger Happy every week at The Annoyance. I also am in a sketch show called Secret Family every month at The Annoyance. Come check us out.
People from Manchester are, I hate to admit it, they're called Mancunians.
And I just looked it up. Actually, people from Liverpool are called...
British.
Wait, hang on. No. Unfortunately, they're called Kevin's Orifice.